Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hound. Just a couple of quick things. Some of you may or may not have noticed that down below there is now the join button. Yes, we've officially passed all the YouTube scrutiny to allow people to actually support the channel. A couple of people have asked about it in the past, so basically I've done some really basic, like it's a pound, oh well, no, $1.99, so like $2.50 is basically. If you want to support the channel, I like to think of it as, buy me a cup of coffee, which I'll need with the twins running around now. So there's a couple of different tiers. They make you pick three, so I've just put some random ones in. Now, just to clarify, I do not expect anyone to actually use this feature, but it's there. So if you do want to support the channel, you can do so. You get a couple of things, like nothing's going to change. I'm not going to do, subscriber, membership only videos or anything like that at all. I'm just going to, if you support the channel, at the end, we're going to run a short little reel of thank yous for the people who support us. When I will do some sort of, I have got an exclusive members area on my Discord, but in all fairness, Discord's not that busy. I can generally keep up with most of the stuff going on there anyway, and I'll occasionally do not live streams, but just members only divisions. So yeah, that feature is there. Like I said, if you want to use it, if you don't, that is absolutely fine by me. I don't expect anyone to use that at all. As you can see, bit of a long queue time going on here. This is because I am divisioned up with Spotted Gecko Gaming, another YouTuber and fellow World of Warships community contributor. You can kind of tell by the backgrounds that we use. Some use both the backgrounds and the patch, but I think all of us, apart from maybe, I think T-Bull actually doesn't have it, but it's just a little symbol. If you notice that in a game, yeah, you're probably playing against a community contributor. So there's that. I've had to take the sound out because basically we were chatting away like a pair of old men, which is exactly what we are throughout the entire match. But if you want to hear the raw footage of it, then but drop a comment, let us know, and we'll upload it so you can actually hear how we discussed our battle plan and what our plans were, for the match. So a brief sort of introduction to what we're doing. Basically, Spotted Gecko uses Arthas the Cold, so his Yamato is set up for, I think his maximum range is about 16 kilometers, but he can only receive 3 fires, and when he does receive a fire, they burn for less. So he's basically gone in with a really sort of tanky build, whereas myself, I have gone for Takagi. So I have got the full-on Yamato sniper build. I can reach out to almost 20 kilometers. Everything is based around accuracy. I use Jajard for extra penetration. Although you'd think, do you need Jajard? You've got the biggest guns in the game. I've done some experimenting using, Cunningham and Madden to sort of improve accuracy and sort of speed up the fire rate of our guns, and swapping one of them out for Jajard and Jajard out for one of them. And I just found this build a bit more consistent for damage, but I've also used Condor, which is almost the same build that Mr. Gecko is running on his Yamato, and mixed results. Granted, the survivability is much better, but my damage went down a lot, and I'm aggressive. I'm an aggressive player, we know this. I like to see those numbers. I like to see 200,000 at the end of the match. It's sort of it's sort of my goal at the moment. So yes, I did back up a little bit, but that's just to swing this big beast around. We were looking at the map, and we decided that we're going to head over and push A. Now, what you're going to see here is a massive rarity in World of Warships Legends. Teamwork. Yes, I know. Anyone who's wondering what that is exactly, teamwork is when people work together to try and win the match. So because Gecko has got that tanky reduced fire damage build, Gecko is always going to be at the forefront because he is far more resilient to damage. As you can see, I've got 90,000 hit points because on my build we have got some bonuses to our 81,000 base HP. Gecko's got over 100,000, so he's got that 10,000 advantage. He takes less damage from fires, and he's also got that up close booster to his damage, 20% boost to damage. So he's gonna go in. He's gonna really tank and try and take advantage of Arthas the Cold, which I think, in all honesty, is a really good build. If maybe I wouldn't go for the Brawler perk, which gives you the reduced range, but the improved accuracy. And Amagi over there, take a couple of shots. Decent salvo to start off with, 26,000. But it's a Yamato. Yeah, that's to be expected. So because of our different builds, it just makes sense. I'm at the back. I do the damage from range, and Gecko is going to push forward and essentially hammer everyone. Now, Gecko said, that Amagi's shooting at me. It's really annoying. Okay, let's see what we can do about this. Get fucked. Absolutely obliterated. What was that? That was 60,000 damage. Oh, no, not quite. 55,000 damage in a salvo, and he is gone. And that is why, children, you should never, ever, ever sail broadside to a Yamato. So we are going to push forward into A. A has been contested. We know there, at least their Yamato is over here. There's, as you can see there, the Bismarck has popped up. We've got a Tirpitz. So they've pushed A pretty hard. So we definitely made the right move coming over here. And what's that? But there's that, the Vladivostok as well. So Yamato, Tirpitz, Bismarck, Vladivostok, all pushing us. So okay, the Yamato, it's no slouch, but it's not exactly the fastest battleship in the world. And unfortunately, Spotted Gecko gets he showed a bit too much broadside. And took out he took out the Vladivostok, but the Vladivostok also deleted him. There is a massive weakness on the Yamato, and it's not as weak as it was in the test. Most people should have played it in the test. And there's the cheeks at the front, just underneath the front turret, is a significant weak spot, and unfortunately that is exactly where the Vladivostok aimed for. Now, it has been buffed. The armor it's not as easy to Citadel as it was. The only thing I've had that's caused me significant Citadel damage was a Grosser Kurfürst who came around a corner about 4 kilometers behind me, and 420mm guns, 4 kilometers. Okay, I wasn't showing quite flat broadside, but yeah, they managed to penetrate me significantly. I've reasonably decently angled. I've had no problem mitigating the damage and not getting any citadels from the likes of the Jean Bart and the Richelieu. So that's something to take note. FYI, that Grosser Kurfürst did die. Yes, he did do big citadel damage to me. But I done bigger citadel damage to him, and he went down. But you don't want to brawl a Grosser Kurfürst in a Yamato. It's definitely not a wise choice. I was partly lucky, partly he came around the corner and just opened up, and I don't think his rear turret actually hit me, whereas I bided my time. I waited until I could clearly see his citadel damage. I took the hit and then annihilated him. I left there wounded, but you know. But at range, the bow on the Yamato is 32mm thick, so armor piercing isn't an issue. The only thing that can overmatch the bow of the Yamato is another Yamato. So you can gently angle, but don't over angle. Don't show those cheeks. Basically, the angle I'm at now to the turrets, don't do that. That's stupid. As you can see, I sort of keep on turning a bit. I know he's fired his guns, so this is just a nice, easy kill. And we're already up to 151,000 damage. But, well, it's not going great, is it? Because, yes, we're sinking ships. We're having a pretty good time on the damage. But almost everyone came over to A after they seen myself and Spotted coming over, and well, as you can see, the enemy have capped B, they've capped C, and they have, well, they've not got a points lead, but this game should definitely be swaying more in our favour, which is why if you're a destroyer you really should be going after the caps. And you can see our destroyer has only now decided that they're going to try and take C. As we come forward, we spot the Hipper. The first thing I do is slow down, slam on the anchors, turn in, because why wouldn't you fire your torpedoes, which is exactly what the Hipper did. So yes, the Yamato's big, it's kind of, but it's kind of agile. It's got the lowest, I think it's got the lowest turning circle of every tier 6-7 battleship, let alone the legendaries. And the Hipper turns to fire torps again, and kablam, we just delete him. That's 204,000 damage. So alright, you can probably expect a bit more from a legendary tier ship, but well, there's not that many enemies out there at the moment in these high tiers. So it's not my best game so far. We had 118,000 on the stream, but it just kind of, it was a good match. It highlighted some good teamwork, where unfortunately Gecko sacrificed himself but took out the only real threat over on that flank to me, which allowed us to take the W, and I said score a colossal 204,000 damage, first blood, devastating strike, and high caliber. So high caliber is like 40% of the enemy team's hit points. So there wasn't that much out there. We pretty much took about as much as we could. So I hope you enjoyed today's Yamato video. Like I said, if you want the raw footage and you want to hear me and Spotted Gecko chatting, just drop a comment saying we want the raw footage and we'll get that up in the week. So thank you very much for everyone who stopped by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, well, until next time, take care.